that time and then how you got involved with it were?
We weren't even trying to get ahead. We were just trying to make ends meet. We were trying to feed our kids. The couple that said that they ate ramen noodles to go to conference, we were eating ramen noodles every night. And, we would literally pray that there would be a meal on the table. There's only so many hours he could work, and we just had the one car, but yet we were paying for two. And it was just a series of bad events that all led us to right here. So if we had not gone through those things, we wouldn't get the blessings that we have now. But we were going grocery shopping and couldn't afford diapers. And that night, I went home and I literally just laid out on my floor and was just crying because I felt like serving in the military and working two jobs, we should afford diapers for our 2-year-olds.
Amen.
And we couldn't. So I was picking up jobs where I could. I was babysitting every week, and that was pretty much paying for gas for him to get to the second job. So it was like nothing we did ever got us ahead.
So then you came across that crazy little rat thing.
I did. I saw it on Facebook, and it actually took me several months to believe, I guess, because at first it was, oh, that won't work. There's no way that would work. And then I happened to mention it to him. That didn't go over well. And then, this little voice in my head just kept saying, you need to try that wrap. But $25 was completely out of reach for us at the time. But February came around and we got a tax return, and I paid off debt, and then we had about $200 left, and I bought the kids.
Did Jared know?
He specifically told me that I could not spend the $25 on one wrap, so I didn't.
All right, here's what happened. All right, I came home from lunch one day, and my dear wife was in the living room, wrapping her stomach, and short story. I said, you did not spend my $25 on that stupid piece of plastic. She said, no, I didn't. I said, good. She said, I spent $200, because it was $200 at the time. I spent $200 on the kid. I don't think I said another word. I kind of just, without eating, turned around, walked out the door. So.
Give it up for Jared.
He did say some words, but they weren't nice. So, but, he was not supportive for a very long time in the business. I would make money and he would say, oh, let's go, but you need more. You could make that in the real world. And,
I need to explain something. All right, I was raised my entire life. My dad pretty much raised me and my brother by himself. And he's the world's biggest skeptic. I'll argue with anybody about that. And he raised me to be the same way. So it just came naturally to me that I was very skeptical of anything about it. So.
Nice justification, but anyway, 6 months in, I matched his full-time income.
Wow.
That 10 years into the military, I was making what he was making.
Oh my God.
And at 18 months, we retired him completely. So.
Coolest things about your story in particular, Shannon, is that you weren't able to finish high school. You weren't able to get a diploma, you had to get a GED. And I know Mike had come back from a one team, one mission a couple weeks ago, and he's like, dude, Shannon, you gotta talk to her. And he was saying, someone with a GED makes more than a CEO now. And
wow.
to prove those people wrong because you felt overlooked at times, when you go for a job. Explain what that was like.
I would apply for minimum wage jobs, but someone next to me had, a year of college. so they would get it because I just had a GED. And anytime you had to check that little box, you would get skipped over every single time. So that was part of the reason that I was a stay-at-home mom. There was just not a job that would pay more than it would cost in daycare.
So what was it like to see yourself in Success from Home magazine?
Unreal. It's still unreal. When people hand me the magazine and want me to sign it, I'm like, are you crazy? I don't know, I'm just a normal person.
Yeah. And so, to be able to have that transformation from not being able to buy fruit snacks and diapers to now making the money you made, and then you guys paid off a little debt recently. How much did you pay off?
We've paid off more than $100,000 in debt.
Struggling, have a couple jobs, trying to make ends meet, have debt. What do you say to that?
You have to do it, and you have to do it every day. It's not something that you show up occasionally and expect to get a paycheck. You work it like a business, and ittle pay it like a business.
Awesome.
Amen, girl.